working to gather strength all morning long. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cyclones offense will get the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Palr.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He wants to throw. He finds his man. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Whew, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work. Okay, he was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10 here. Hand off from the shotgun. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Wildcats offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. Offense set on 1st down. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Going up top on first down. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Cyclones! What a catch and run for 6.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. They'll run this play from the pistol. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some.
Looking to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
With jet sweep pass. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of the spot.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That's reeled in. It's Casey. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Pressure coming. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He found the football football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Coming after him. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Cyclones! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Starting to feel a little pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll leave it with him. Ran through the contact. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Oh, he just flat ran over it. Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for them.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Kansas State, 0.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and
oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Cyclones! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
no doubt, when your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They'll run the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. They keep attacking through the air. He'll heave it deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Got now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Finds his man in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Feeling some heat. Flips it out to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Good timing on the quick out. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Trying to get to it. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. From inside the 10, here he comes. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off play action on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
The Cyclones will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Welch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And on second down for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, on a move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Off play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter.
This punter is such a weapon, and because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Leaves it with the back. Finds some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
He's piled up 112 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
The give to the back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, to get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your 2nd sack. It's only the 3rd quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. It's reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
29 Philly.
Looking for room. It's Marquez. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Right down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Cyclones will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
He's right on target. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. A third and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, third and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. He'll return it. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, I this offense.
They've got a chance to get some breathing room. It's 2nd and 4 from the 15.
Brings up second down.
Trying play action. Getting some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains. And 47.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The throw. Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Cyclones are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's DeMarco. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Give to the running back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. Takes it the other way. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingers. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Got him downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Got his man.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They go to the draw. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Iowa State, 51, Kansas State.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Cyclones trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and